Hey everybody, it's Phil from Zaid Comics, the writer and co-creator of Magic Hop, set to launch on Indiegogo in August, and just one half of the two best-looking brothers in all of comics. And today we're doing another review of last week's newest issue of Teen Titans. Now it all comes down to this for me, baby. This is the reason I started reading Teen Titans, because this character here, Crush, the daughter, seemingly daughter, of the galaxy's greatest bounty hunter, Lobo. And this is the issue where everything comes to a head and the two meet each other. And man, it was a whole lot of fun bringing me back to the 90s, baby. First off, we'll take a look at this cover. Such a cool, badass cover here. The shadow of Lobo. The artist killing it on the art in this issue, and especially this cover here. Really cool, awesome lettering coming out on the cover, and Crush looking cool too. So the book starts out really cool, and it gives me a total flashback to Alan Grant's run in the 90s when he actually had the monthly series on Lobo. Very 90s-esque little intro to the story. 2 days earlier, I think this occurs than when we last left off of the Teen Titans in the previous issue, issue 30, and it's really cool because you don't see who's talking, but you know from the first line that it's Lobo talking, because he says, where the frag are the lime chili pork rinds, and I mean, Lobo's word is frag. So this clerk is just minding his own business, playing, as you can see, Pac-Man on his portable phone, his mobile phone, and Lobo gets pissed off because they're out of strawberry milk. Now, I don't know if I missed that. I didn't know that Lobo was the strawberry milk kind of guy. But you quickly find out that that strawberry milk's not the actual reason he's in the store. He's hunting some alien scum, and he thinks that this guy here, the clerk, is the alien that he's got a bounty out for him. The guy tries to get tough and misses his shotgun blast, but Lobo himself never misses. And you get this huge explosion of this corner store, totally 90s style. Lobo doesn't care who or what he destroys when he's hunting his bounties. He just cares about the paycheck. And as you can see, the flesh ripped off of this clerk, and it is a little alien guy in disguise. And he says that his favorite part about this bounty is he's wanted dead or alive, so he squishes him like the bug that he is, bringing the body back to his hog, his awesome motorcycle. He gets contacted by the Other, which is the group that the Teen Titans are hunting down. He's contacted by the Other and contracted to pick up and fight the Teen Titans. And especially intriguing to him is his daughter, Crush. And I love this part where whoever's talking to him says that this is your daughter, seemingly his daughter, and he said, "No, I don't have any. I don't have any kids, not any that I haven't killed yet," which is a awesome flashback and kind of like Easter egg to the Infanticide series, which is a great series by Keith Giffen and Alan Grant. It was right after Bisley's infamous run on Lobo, and so it's Giffen's first time really drawing Lobo as like this Bisley-esque character. The art in it is great, and the story is basically all of Lobo's illegitimate children team up to try to kill Lobo, and in the end he kills all of them. So it's a really comical, super 90s story. And that's where we were left off, the little intro Lobo. And like I said, it's straight out of the 90s, you know, when you have an intro to like a Lobo comic where he's just picking up a bounty. And for readers that aren't, you know, new readers that aren't familiar who Lobo is, you know, we get across that he's a bounty hunter, that he's had kids before, but he's killed them all. We get like glimpses into his origin. He states that he's killed everybody on his own planet, so he's the last Zarnian to exist. So even though this is like a quick action scene to set up this issue, it actually gets a lot across. And Adam Glass is doing a great job holding on to the retro feel of Lobo and really paying his dues here with the character, and which we haven't seen that a lot in, man, the past 15 years or more. And here's where we left off. And this starts out just like an all-out brawl war between the Teen Titans, Crush, and Lobo. Like, Roundhouse comes, tries to hit him in the back with a chair, which is great. I mean, you see that in movies, cartoons all the time when someone's trying to hurt a big badass guy, and one way to bring across the reader that he's not to be trifled with is break a chair over his back, right? Wrestling style. And it doesn't even faze the guy. He just backhands Roundhouse. And these one-liners, come to Papa. It's just the action, like this whole issue is just an action scene showing how badass Lobo is and setting him up to be this, wrecking god that's going to seemingly destroy the Teen Titans and kill Crush. The Flash just... I love this. Great writing on Adam's part. He punches the Flash in the face and knocks him out. And he's like, oh, come on, that was just a love tap. So Lobo is holding back dealing with these kids because, if this was Bisley's Lobo, he would be popping heads off and blood would be shooting everywhere. So that's a really good way to say that Lobo is even more powerful than he's putting out in this issue. And we'll see that later. And I was kind of hesitant here. Like, how are they going to deal with Lobo fighting Jin? Because Jin is an all-powerful genie. And to people that might not know Lobo, Lobo's super intelligent. He's been around the block, and he references here perfectly that, oh, I don't remember the last time I killed a genie. It's been a really long time. And he picks up a mirror and blocks the incoming magic blast, and it turns back around on her and deals with her and puts her out of commission. Then Crush intervenes, tackles him through the window, and we get this awesome three-pointer shot from Lobo, putting her through the basketball hoop. Just really ridiculous, over-the-top fighting here, and the commentary, play-by-plays from Lobo's dialogue between him and his daughter are really good. And I know that this is horrible parenting, right? This is Crush's father seemingly, and but I just couldn't get enough of it. I had the biggest smile while reading this, and I kind of felt bad because I'm like, oh man, Crush, she's getting the crap beat out of her by Lobo. That's sad, but this is awesome. And it ends up at these train tracks. She gets whacked into the train tracks. He breaks her leg, saying, "Let's see if you could heal like me, because you're only half Zarnian." And is just trashing her. And the best part here, I think, this is totally Giffen, Bisley, Grant action. The original artist and writers of the 90s Lobo series just lifting up a giant train and slamming it into Crush. Amazing. Great splash page right there. Opens it up, jumps down, and picks her back up. But Crush, she's not one to be messed with. She's got an attitude. She's got that chip on her shoulder, spits in his face. I love that shot. And the team has an idea. They want to release Crush's chain, which Crush's chain has been with her since birth. And it's kind of, it's not like Lobo's chain. Lobo's is just a regular, like, titanium chain with a big hook on the end of it. This one seems to be like a space chain. It has a mind of its own. Its name is Obelisk. And Crush doesn't know where she got it from. She just knows she's had it since she was born. And it's like her best friend. It's locked in this box for some reason. And she's worried that if they release it, Lobo is going to have some sort of power over it because she doesn't know where it came from. And her idea is, what if it belonged to Lobo before it belonged to her, and she'll forget, like Obelisk will forget about Crush and just go and take orders from Lobo. She's kind of worried about that, but the team is like, this is the only way we could stop Lobo from killing Crush and taking us all out. So before Lobo could make his final crushing blow, the Flash runs in, scoops her up, and she's in bad shape. She is beat up. She's like, no, put me down. I want to fight. I got to kill him. And this is really cool. She, a Lobo licks and ingests Crush's blood, and now he has her scent. If you didn't know this, one of Lobo's powers is he could smell anyone and track anyone throughout the cosmos. That's why he's such a prolific bounty hunter. And this last panel here of Crush seemingly, being knocked unconscious, dying almost, on the verge of death. A great last page. Daddy Issues Part 1 of 2. I love this page ripped out of here. And I can't wait for the next issue. The Main Man Cometh. This one is just reinvigorated the whole series for me. I know Adam Glass has been really excited to bring Lobo back into this back into the mainstream of DC, really, and he's doing it. He's capturing the likes of Keith Giffen's Lobo from the 80s and Bisley, Giffen, and Grant's Lobo from the 90s, just being a powerhouse in this issue. And the art by Bernard Chang, he's killing it. Look up his stuff on Instagram. He basically drew this whole issue on his iPad, and he records it, does like speed drawings, and puts them up on his Instagram from pages of this issue. So follow him. He's got some great stuff on there. And yeah, go buy this book. This one's really good, and I can't wait to see what this brings for Lobo in the DC universe, because they can go on a lot of different routes here. They could take him, and I could see Lobo and Crush having their own miniseries, or this could just be bringing back old school Lobo. He can get his own miniseries. This could be the proof of concept for that. And if Adam is a big fan of Lobo, which it seems like he is, he probably would love to write a miniseries for the characters. So let me know what you guys thought of this brief overview of the issue. If you guys are reading this one, your thoughts about that. Comment below. I love hearing what you guys are thinking, and I always reply to the comments. So do that. Like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We're trying to grow this channel, do more reviews, and we're coming up fast to the launch of our own comic book on Indiegogo called Magic Cop. It's a 1980s crime fantasy comic that I'm writing. My brother's doing the art. Go look at some of our videos on here talking about that, and we have a bunch of pictures of pages and panels on our social media. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we will see you next time.